Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set 50, play. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 45 for Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And just shedding him off there. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. On third down, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Mike Purcell able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just run them and hit.
Play fake, Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Judy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lawrence to Jones, first down, Jacksonville. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. We got this.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Lawrence.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Bulldozes past him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's...
Touchdown, Jaguars! James Robinson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Bridgewater on first down. They're going right back to Hamler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now, Bridgewater. They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Able to complete this to Shenault. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing wrong.
On play action, Lawrence. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
General West. Bravo.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Going right back to Fant. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw is Bridgewater. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. They go play action. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams powers past him at the 5. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater. As the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Arnold. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
8 yards to go on second down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Steps away. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Bridgewater to Fant, first down Broncos.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down now, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, it's Robinson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Draymond Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Bridgewater to throw it. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
Now a second down and 6. Lawrence will throw.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Arnold. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here's Lawrence.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run. Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, won't.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, 26 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Hamler now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing, Bridgewater. This pass caught by Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.